Hi, and welcome to The Gist. Thanks so much for listening today. It's very easy to get wrapped up in everything we need to get done day to day. And if you're like me, when we're feeling busy or overwhelmed, it's natural to vent our grievances to others who lend an empathetic ear. Whether that's having too much on my plate or a difficult person or situation I might be dealing with, whatever the problem, most of us find it comforting to have a calm presence to turn to. Maybe a spouse, a trusted colleague, or a patient friend who's happy to let us get things off our chest or maybe offer a different perspective. I think of such people as an oasis, not just in times of crisis, but in the day-to-day business of living life with its inherent ups and downs. And it doesn't hurt to reflect on how we can be that nurturing presence to others. If we want to build a more compassionate world with greater mutual understanding, there's no better place to start than with ourselves. Certainly, we can all show kindness through outward acts. This could mean volunteering our time in our local communities or donating to charities that have global reach. It could look like work that helps others nearby or helps the planet as a whole. But surprisingly, what's often harder than these outward acts is sustaining an inner equilibrium while we deal with the smaller, everyday details of life. So how can we train ourselves to maintain presence in the face of all this? How can we be an oasis for others? Here are a few ideas. Set an intention. In her recent Headspace podcast, Sunday Scaries, Dora Kamau discusses the idea of goals versus intentions. She points out that goals are generally outcome-focused, while intentions are inwardly focused, measured by how they make us feel. So if our intention is to be an understanding presence for others, then it might be accompanied by an internal sense of warmth or joy that's exuded to those around us. Sometimes that warmth can be shared as a simple smile or by bringing some lightness into a thorny situation. It may mean helping someone take a few deep breaths when they're feeling anxious or enjoying someone's company with no other agenda. Listen deeply. When others are looking to you for comfort, they may not really need advice or input. Often, people are just looking for someone who can listen and reflect back what they've said. Personally, when someone really listens to me with an open mind, I often come up with my own solutions to a sticky problem. Or I feel better just knowing that someone cared enough to give me their time and undivided attention. Today, with all our devices and distractions, that is a precious gift indeed. Especially as a parent, it's easy to jump in with an adult perspective instead of hearing our children out. But if we want to prepare them for adult life, it's important to let them work through their own emotions by just providing a listening ear. If they are safe in the knowledge that you are an oasis, they can go out into the world with a greater sense of security and self-confidence to handle things that come their way. Reflect quietly. In Tibetan Buddhism, Tonglen is a meditative practice where on the in-breath, one takes in the suffering of others and on the out-breath sends out wishes of comfort. This practice allows us to connect with others without even being in their presence. For example, you could practice Tonglen thinking about a loved one who's very ill, and then expand that thought to all those in the world who are suffering from the same illness. This kind of practice allows us to expand our own minds beyond our individual suffering and realize that it is a part of the human condition that we all share. It may seem passive on first glance, but such practices creates space in our minds to be better available to those around us when they need us. So, by practicing these small acts, we can all inhabit more harmonious environments filled with calm and steadiness. We can recognize with gratitude when someone else is an oasis for us and find opportunities to be one in return as well. On that note, be well and see you next time on The Gist.